Hey everyone!
Welcome back to another video. I am back. Yes, I am alive.
Yes,
and
Van is okay, guys.
I've been here all along, guys, just behind the camera.
Yeah, so she's been missing in action for how many weeks now? 2 weeks?
Yeah.
But yeah, we are back with a new video here and
Yeah. And actually, this video is long due. We actually planned to make this video on our 11th anniversary, but then I guess we just had too much fun in Siquijor and we kind of lost it in our way. So actually the reason why we're making this video is we've had a lot of comments and suggestions or questions from you guys asking how Joe and I met.
yes. So how we first met. Now, to our subscribers here who has been following us for a while now, you guys know that we've been together, and recently we actually celebrated our 11th year anniversary. So in those 11 years, there's actually a lot of stories to tell, but I don't think we have all the time to, So we're just gonna summarize it, try our best to...
Yeah. Just give you a very brief summary of how Joe and I met, how our relationship was like before, and how it is right now.
So it all started back in 2010. So this was 13 years ago now. Wow. I was in 4th year high school in Montessori. You were still in Holy Cross.
Yeah.
Probably going 3rd year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Facebook was very new at that time. As you were scrolling, there were some suggestions, and then I saw her photo.
Wow.
Yeah. With
the odds. What are the odds?
Yeah, I guess because we had mutual friends. You know how
really?
Dumaguete is so small, and
okay.
I mean our age gap is 2 years, so I'm guessing you know a guy who knows a guy who knows me, and I know a guy who knows a guy.
Or a girl.
Who knows a girl who's cousins with a guy whose relatives who knows you, and then you know her because
whose
that
mom
guy
knows me.
Yeah. So that's how Dumaguete works, guys. It's a very small community.
Yeah.
And so I started I wouldn't use stalking as the word. I didn't stalk you. I just clicked out of curiosity.
You clicked
me.
me.
And then as I was checking Van's photos.
What made you click my profile?
Because
I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one that was suggested as a friend. I'm pretty sure that was 4, probably 5 profiles.
It was the curly hair.
Eyes?
Yeah. The nice eyes, the beautiful eyes, the braces, the nerdy braces. I hope we can we look up a photo? We might show you guys. So as I was scrolling, my classmate, he knows you, or at least he was familiar with who you were. He explained to me that you're half German, and so on and so forth, but that really didn't, develop into something. It was more of just curiosity, and it's oh, okay, that's great. And then that's it.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, 2010.
Yeah. Next.
No, not really next. What is that? Tinder or something? Next. It was just scrolling through Facebook. And, 4th year days wherein you cared mostly about playing with your friends and just hanging out, playing sports and video games. But then that was after 2 months, 3 months, lunch break again, I was scrolling through the laptop. And then I saw you again on Facebook. And I just remembered. And this time it was actually lunch break and just full on concentration.
Facebook reminded you.
Yeah. So
hey bro, you haven't added this.
Yeah.
You haven't added her yet.
So,
go ahead.
So I did. Actually, I can't remember if I did add you.
Yeah.
Or if I just messaged you directly. But I do remember messaging Vanessa. I said hi. And you never replied. And a few months has passed. And so nothing. No reply. And I was oh, okay. And then I checked her profile again, and you were dating someone. Puppy love. So I was okay, that's it's all good.
Too late.
Yeah. And then the next year came. That was almost the end of the school year. We went to the city with my classmates.
Yeah.
And then I saw Vanessa. This was outside Chowking. So Chowking is a fast food joint here.
Yeah.
And that was lunch break, I suppose, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And your school was literally
Just like behind the block.
yeah, just the next block away from Chowking.
Yeah.
So as we were walking, going to the mall called Li Plaza, like she just caught my attention because I just remembered like, whoa, that's the person I saw
Was it the hair?
in the photos. It was the hair and
Or
the
the
face.
braces?
Yeah, it was literally like, yeah. And then I noticed. I don't know, guys. I had something with shoes. I grew up in a very military household. So if there's one thing that was always neat, it was my black shoes, my leather shoes. In fact, there was a point wherein I brought my own like shoe polish in school. And then I just remembered like looking at Vanessa. Yeah.
So you were like
amazing hair.
scanning from my face, from head to foot, and you're like, ping, her shoes are dirty.
No, I was like, wow, she has beautiful, natural, curly hair, her eyes, her like braces. I don't know what's with the braces back then. It was so, you know.
Cute.
Yeah, it was like
It was a thing.
the trend back
Yeah.
then. And then, yeah, it was just, and then I saw like, yeah, the shoes can do a bit of work.
I remember like you telling me that story
Yeah.
because the first time you told me that story, I was like, of all the things, the shoe, and it's understandable because it was lunch break and a lot of people or students step on your shoe. So, do I have to always bring a shoe
Yeah,
cleaner
clean-
in school?
Clean
Do you
your
bring
shoes.
Do you bring a shoe cleaner?
Yes, I just said.
Well,
I
I
used to. Well, in Montessori, when I was in fourth year, I didn't bring because we wore rubber shoes. As long as it's black, it doesn't have to be leather.
Yeah.
But then in my previous school in Don Bosco, they were more strict, and you had to wear those leather shoes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Okay.
was bringing like shoe polish.
Okay. So were you discouraged when you saw my shoes?
No, it was just, it's weird, guys. It doesn't even matter, honestly. It's just this memory I have. I remember I saw your
First
shoes.
impression.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Oh, she's pretty, but she has dirty shoes. Oh, no, wait. Oh, she's pretty, but her shoes can do a bit of work.
Yeah, that's, you know, but
Maybe I can fix that.
doable. It's okay. So yeah, it's just crazy. I'm just talking about this because that's what my brain constantly reminds me of, even though it's not
Yeah.
even important, you know.
Can you imagine if you approach me and you're like, hey, miss? And I'm like mesmerized, like, oh my god, you're like, here's a shoe cleaner.
Yeah, your shoes can do a bit of work. Oh, I think you'd hate me.
Yeah, I would hate you. I'd be
Yeah,
like, what?
It's an awful way to approach. And then I'd be like this Justin Bieber looking guy. I had long hair, by the way, back then, guys. This was 2010, so 2011. So if you could imagine, that's Justin Bieber era, where guys were wearing Supras and Justin Bieber hair.
Yeah.
And, yeah, but anyways, so got back to school, and then now I finally saw her in person. So
But
I
you
was
didn't
like-
approach me.
No, you were with your friends, and I was on the other side of the street.
So close. Shit.
Yeah, it's so far. But so I decided to message you again.
Oh, that night.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Hey there." And then long and behold, she finally replied. Like, I think that was just timing.
Yeah.
I think that was just timing.
Yeah. It was a sign.
Yeah. She finally replied. And then, to be honest with you, I don't think we can ever scroll down that far anymore on Facebook, right?
Unless like there's this feature where you just like click the date, like in Slack, you know, where you
Yeah, but
select the date.
no, I don't think so. You
Yeah.
can see posts from back then, but
Yeah.
with the chats, and especially with like big fights, I'm sure you delete conversations. She
Dear-
blocked me a couple of times, guys, so
Dear Mark Zuckerberg,
please bring back
Please.
our conversations.
we gotta read through it.
But anyways, I can't really remember what they were. I'm pretty sure some of them were cringy because of course we were like what?
Yeah.
17, 18.
Yeah.
But I remember I was very happy, like messaging.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just more of like a back and forth, nothing serious, right? When enrollment finally came and I just saw Vanessa again.
Another sign.
Yeah, another sign, guys. I just saw her with her friends enrolling. We just crossed paths and I was just like, whoa. And then I think that was the time when I messaged you again during college that it started to, you know.
So were you like, oh, she got prettier?
Yeah, it's like prettier every year. Her shoes, wow.
What?
They were clean. Guess why, guys? Because she was wearing sandals. So, that was
God, I didn't look at my toes.
Yeah, that was a plus.
Yeah. That was the time like we exchanged phone numbers already.
Yeah, it was no longer Facebook. We started like texting.
Yeah.
And then I remember, guys, I was wearing my orange polo that was striped. And then I knew Van was in her Filipino class. And it was an open classroom. So I think I was really nervous.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously that day we never got the chance to talk and hang out.
We haven't met yet.
Yeah, so it was more of like, you know, just texting. And then I passed by the classroom. I took a peek like a creep.
Yeah.
I looked at her and then just left. And then just told her, that I saw her.
Yeah, so we were like exchanging text messages and there was this university acquaintance party. And Joe and I were like, okay, you know, this is the time that we're gonna meet each other. And well, the thing is, you've already seen me in person, but I haven't met you in person yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was actually the first time I met Joe, and we had this common friend, and I went with him, and he introduced me to you, and I remember that. We hopped in this car of your friend. You were in the front passenger seat. And I remember that I was so scared. But then when I sat down and you started talking, I heard your voice for the first time, guys. I heard Joe's voice. And he didn't even look at me, like at my face.
I was so nervous.
He was just like, you know, like this. So I only saw like half. But I saw his picture, so I know what he looks like. It's just I haven't talked to him in person.
But I didn't catfish you. Like I didn't use any like Bradley Cooper or like some model
Justin
face.
Bieber.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first time I heard Joe speak a word, my world was like, what? Is this how he sounds like? It was because Joe's voice before, because it has changed, right?
Was squeakier.
It was squeaky and kind of like horsey.
Yeah.
Kind of like more of a feminine voice.
I still have a horsey voice though.
Yeah, but it's a bit deeper right now compared to before.
I mean, yeah.
But I'm honestly, I was really
discouraged.
I was not really discouraged, but I was like
turned off.
A bit turned off. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's how he sounds like. I was like, okay, you know what? I'll just give it a chance because it's the first time I met him, and he just spoke like a sentence, and I'm like, I don't want this anymore. So I gave it a chance, and we had fun that night, right?
Yeah, we actually.
It was kind of like awkward at first because both of us were shy.
We were just standing beside each other while everyone was partying.
Yeah. We'll show a photo here.
This is literally our first photo together.
Yeah.
And this is the photo I'm trying to avoid because, oh my gosh. I look horrible with like colored hair and like...
Your hair was brown. Was it brown?
Yeah, like lightish brown or something, like almost red. Or I can't really remember, but I just remember like I wasn't well built, guys. And yeah, that's the best and nicest way to describe it. I wasn't.
But you were like.
And I was wearing this loose polo.
Yeah, that was your style.
Oh my gosh! And it was just, you know, But I'm just happy we got to meet.
But that's who you were before.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met and we spent the night, the acquaintance party. We didn't actually talk so much because I guess we were just very shy and awkward. But then after that party, we started seeing each other often in school. Like when we have lunch breaks or breaks in between classes.
I remember we used to rent bicycles.
Yeah, we used to rent bicycles and we like ride around the school. And just laugh so much. And
I think what I was really impressed with was on that first night we were together. So a good friend of mine was driving his car, was with us, right?
Yeah.
After the party. And we went to Chowking, the same place I first saw Van, because it was late and we wanted something quick, you know, just to fill up our stomachs. And so we were ordering, and then out of nowhere, Van paid for it, guys. So I'm serious. That was the first time I met someone who actually paid.
Really?
It's not being like stereotype, like, oh, a man, or like, no, a woman should pay, because a man should pay as well, you know. It could go both either way.
It was like something new for you.
But it was something new for me, at least. Like, whoa, okay. That's interesting. But then again, I was never in any like serious relationship or any dates like that. Like, oh, let's go out. So that was technically like one of the, I can't really remember, but like one of the dates, like, you know, it was very informal. But yeah, that was impressive. And then, but then I do remember after a few days, we were planning our first date in Scoobies.
Yeah.
By the school, guys, and that was the most awkward lunch we've ever had, when we just didn't say anything. And
I think it's because we just text too much.
Yeah.
Because you know when you text, you just like go
then
and say it, and
Yeah.
then we spent a lot of time together in school. And yeah, what was your first impression when we first started going out? Like, what was your impression? And I'll say the same thing.
She's so excited, guys.
You go first.
Actually, I think it was like...
Don't lie.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to...
They'll know if you're lying.
It was actually like very genuine. Like, I felt like we connected in so many ways. I think it was also because, you know, we were both like, our moms were Filipinas, our dads were Europeans. So the culture was there, like the upbringing and all the, you know. And aside from that, it was just the interests. Like we had similar interests.
And like very conservative in a way and shy. I was kind of an introvert and you were the opposite. You were an extrovert and you were just all out. And you had more friends. I had like 5 or like 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but at that age, you know, it was more of like, yeah, you meet people, hey, the more friends you have, the happier you are. Which is a complete opposite of now, by the way, guys. Van and I have a very, very small circle.
Yeah.
And it's that circle, and I mean really small.
Yeah.
Like probably like this much. Yeah. Wherein you can fully trust them, and if your life dependent on them. I guess that's how we see like friends nowadays. But yeah, that's beside the point. I love playing basketball. I just love being outside and being active.
I used to be active when I was in high school, but when I was in college, you know, things changed. So my interests changed as well. But I wasn't a boring person, right?
No, you weren't boring.
Okay. Okay. Well.
No, you weren't. Now, how about you?
Wow. Monsieur.
Monsieur?
Well, monsieur. What's monsieur?
Mister.
What's monsieur?
That is how you pronounce it.
And I just said how you read it, like monsieur, how you would spell it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my first impression was, of course, your voice, which
Yeah, that's great, guys. Repeat it over and over in every segment. Repeat how amazing my voice was.
Wait. There's a positive coming after that. Your voice, but then I just realized that you're actually a very nice guy, and compared to all the other guys that I met, and the friends, guy friends that I had, you were very different. And I do agree when you mentioned that probably, it was because we clicked, because our parents are kind of like in the same position. And I guess like the mannerism and everything, that our daily lives and, all those rules, and we get each other.
Yeah.
So that's why we just clicked and we understood each other. And we felt comfortable as well talking about those things.
Yeah.
So yeah, Joe was a very nice guy, very shy, but very shy to me. But
Yeah, honestly.
with his friends, he was like all out active. But Joe really like showed me, and introduced me to a lot of new things, and like made me more like open, because I was like in this coconut shell. I'll say coconut shell because we're in the Philippines.
Wow, that's a thick shell. How hard is it to open that?
Yeah, but yeah, Joe like introduced me to a lot of stuff, his friends, so I met new friends as well. And yeah, I guess I became, my introvert side of me adjusted a bit, and I tried to be more open with people and learning new things.
Yeah, but although there were still some things that we can't agree on,
Yeah.
and I think that's why our relationship was healthy. Because if we just agreed on everything, that would just be like
there was like
chaos.
There wouldn't be anything interesting.
Yeah, it'd be chaos. And then you introduced a lot of things that I now enjoy, like sushi. First time, guys.
Yeah.
That was the first time. I had to buy sushi for her because she failed ROTC class. I don't know how you fail ROTC
It
class.
just wasn't my thing. Like, I remember I told you, I'm this very introvert person, super close, and like in an army uniform, standing in the middle of the in the field under a scorching fire of heat, and I just can't take it. And someone's yelling at you. I was just that sensitive before. I was very sensitive. And I failed because I didn't want to go in anymore. And I told Joe about it, and I was crying. I was like, "What can I do to like make you happy or make you stop crying?" And I was like, "Sushi would be okay." And he was like,
Guys,
"Where do I buy sushi?"
I was so nervous.
But
No, I was so nervous because there's this like, yeah, in a way, it's kind of fancy for Dumaguete standards. It was a fancy sushi restaurant, and it was the only sushi restaurant here at that time.
Well, the reason why I love sushi and Japanese food is because my father loves Japanese food as well, so I'm used to that.
Yeah, well, it's the complete opposite, because my dad, like, he doesn't hate, but he just doesn't like to eat like Japanese, Korean, those kind of food. So I didn't know anything about sushi, and now I have to like make Van feel better. Sushi's the only way. So I was going in this like fancy sushi place, and I was like, what? And then I saw pictures, and then I saw that photo of what I see on TV, or wherein there's like fish on the middle. It's like, yeah, one of that. Tuna sushi.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it worked. It stinks, by the way. Like, that's what I remember. So Van was enjoying, and I was just happy to see her feeling better.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, so progression was there. Eventually, I learned to like sushi, and now it's actually like whenever we eat in a buffet restaurant, it's my go-to appetizer. Sushi. I love sushi.
Yes. Next is coffee.
And I think that's the same for you. There's a lot of food that you didn't like.
Yeah, you actually introduced a lot of food as well to me. There were times wherein I was really busy with
weed.
Okay, wait.
Weed.
Okay, so there were times where I was like pretty busy with school, because if you guys remember, I used to study medical technology, so everything is pretty busy. Like, my schedule is so tight. So every time I had class, like biology class or chemistry class, and then I'm just so tired and so hungry, and I always tell Joe, I'm so hungry, like I can't wait for break. And then Joe's like, you know what, I can bring you food, like what do you want? And I was like, no, you don't have to, things like that. But then Joe just like, you know, guy, it's a guy thing where he just knows.
Using my own allowance supposedly for my own food. So there's
what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying sacrifice is there, right?
Sacrifice, yeah.
I mean, college, you just have a specific budget too. You don't, I mean, right? So it's budget for you and for your meal.
I wasn't demanding. Like,
I know you weren't demanding.
I didn't tell you to buy this.
But I wanted
that,
to.
But I was just like, you know, expressing how I felt. But then
I know.
You did something for me, and you just like, oh, she's hungry. Like, you know what? I'm gonna buy her something to eat so that she can concentrate and, you know, stop whining.
Stop whining. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, I remember like you'd like knock on the door, or you'd text me like, look at the door, and then like, oh, there's Joe holding a plastic of KFC, and I remember my classmates are like, whenever they see me like carrying my food, and they're like, what? You're so lucky. I'm like, yeah. But I never asked him to, you know, buy specific stuff. I just tell him like, I'm hungry, or like, oh, can we eat after this? But then a few minutes after, he's like, I have food for you, like go outside. And that's what I really appreciate with Joe before until now. Joe is still the same. No, but we're talking about that
By the way, guys, I cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day till today.
Is the chef.
Yeah.
The only reason is because he is very picky with food, and when I cook, it seems like he is not happy.
I love your food.
I know you love it. I know, and you're trying your best to appreciate what I cook, but deep inside, it did not hit the spot.
It does, because you made it with effort and
But
love.
I understand. Like, I'm not hurt when you don't.
I never said I hated, and not once.
I know, you didn't say that.
Except for that time you made fried rice that was yellow. Guys, just off track a bit. She was trying to make egg fried rice, and she took it so literally that she mushed the fried rice for I don't know how many hours that was.
I coated the rice in egg.
And she just coated it with a whole egg, and the whole rice just turned yellow and mushy and eggy, and yeah, that was literally egg fried rice.
I thought like the egg was gonna cook. I thought the egg was gonna cook up with the rice.
But anyways,
that was a fail. But I'm learning.
We have our own roles.
Yeah.
And I think I'm more comfortable in the kitchen, anyways, right?
With your French.
Yeah, it's a French stereotype thing.
Yeah.
But
the opposite.
Yeah, that was college, guys. Back then, I didn't have a vehicle too, and
yeah.
I also remember, I think, you know, there was always this status whenever you're at that age, you were kind of, I wouldn't say cool, but you were like, you had an advantage if you were a guy and you had a motorbike, you know?
Yeah.
Of course, those guys with cars, they're like creme de la creme. They're like, but if you had a motorbike, it was easier for you to socialize, to
meet up with friends.
Yeah, or go on a date.
Yeah.
But
we didn't actually have a problem with that, because I remember like after school we walked together, going to the terminal, and you know, we go our separate ways. And
I was kind of worried about that actually. So what if you're like, oh, there's guys there with motorbikes to bring you? No, it's true. And then because we had to walk from the school, which is like a 10-minute walk, 15-minute walk, all the way to the terminal to bring van. And then I had to walk all the way to my end of the terminal to ride all the way to my place. So that was like, yeah, you know, I didn't get a motorbike until I started working. That was 2 years after that. Yeah, when I stopped college and I actually worked in a call center. So that was the time I had to get a motorbike.
But it actually didn't matter. Like, I wasn't complaining, and I wasn't comparing you with other guys, because we had fun and we enjoyed like we enjoyed having those long walks And I remember like we used to talk about our frustrations in school, like what happened and things like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just a fun experience with Joe. I think my whole college life was a bit more colorful, I think, because of Joe. Oh.
Oh.
No, don't
No, it's
cry.
same. It's same here, guys. It would have been very boring.
Yeah.
Although my college life was already very colorful, but not in a really great way. It was just a mashup of like transferring courses and all. But that's beside the point. I think it was because we dated in college, and did it make
No.
did it make college easier for you? Or like not really easier, but you know, like
Yeah, kind of in a way, because again, I was a bit of an introvert. I didn't like people, a lot of people, and in college, that's different from high school because there are
you have to
you
like
have
you know
to
socialize.
in a way, and you made that easy for me because I hated socializing and I felt really awkward, and I had this anxiety being in a
Crowded place.
But when Joe is there, it's fine. I feel okay. I feel comfortable, and that's why every event, like everywhere I go, that's important, or like there's an event or something, I always ask you to come.
Yeah.
and Joe goes with me. So yeah, I really appreciate that, and yeah.
Yeah, guys. So that was pretty much a summary of college. Again, there were so many things that happened.
Probably it would take like a few hours to just talk about everything.
Yes, but we tried our best to summarize it and picked like
the important and like those memorable moments,
impactful ones.
We remember.
But yeah, trust us, guys. There were so many ups and downs, a lot of emotional roller coaster ride in college together. But we managed to, you know, push through. And so that was 4 years. And 4 years just happened like that.
So fast.
And after college, it was off to work.
Yeah.
And yeah, there will be a part 2 of this. So this episode will be all about our college relationship. But then stay tuned for part 2 because we are going to talk about our work relationship. So how was it like for us when we started working as flight attendants?
We started living together for the first time.
Yeah, it was a big step, honestly. It was a hard adjustment, guys. I'm sure married couples out here knows what we're talking about. Like, I mean, I know we've been together for 4 years, but it's different once you actually live with the person.
Yeah.
You know? So there was a lot of adjustment there.
Yeah.
Can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah, a lot of fights.
I think this will be a 3-part series. Because, yeah, first is college. Second would be, part 2 is coming up soon, which is our work relationship. And then third
would be our relationship right now.
Our current relationship after we worked as FAs. So what happened 2020 up to now. But yeah, guys, so stay tuned for part 2. And thank you, guys. This is another long video.
Part 2.
But yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys. And
thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you guys enjoyed our short, was it short?
No, our long conversation, storytelling.
Yeah, I mean, for me, when I remember or I listen to myself watching the video, I always laugh because it's just funny, and you know, it makes me smile. It makes me remember the past and
the good old days,
the good old memories. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed as well. Comment down below any suggestions or what you guys think about this video. We thank you so much for your support. We're up to 6,500 plus subscribers.
Now, right now, actually, guys, as we're making the video, we're at 6,680 subscribers.
Wow.
So, thank you, guys. We're actually like growing, and there's this community forming. And you guys have been showing us so much love.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And we just want to let you know that we appreciate you and we thank you so much for your super lovely and nice comments.
Yeah.
It just makes me and Joe happy, and it makes us want to make more videos for you guys. So thank you. If you're new in this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below so we can just have like a short conversation. We'd love to know more about you or just to meet you.
Yeah, guys, please don't forget to subscribe. This will truly support our channel, guys. So please don't forget to do that. And we will see you in part 2. Bye, guys.